wake up absolutely screaming, but her eyes won't open.
Okay.
So I'm not sure whether that's sort of like a nightmare or whether she's in pain or something, but I'll pop her on the boob and she'll stop. So, but she doesn't ever seem to kind of wake up. I just wondered if you had any ideas what that could be.
Is this during the night or during the day, or a bit of both?
During the night, just at night.
It could be that she's waking kind of partway through a sleep cycle. That could be happening a bit as well. So they can be quite like you said, they're not really quite awake, are they? It's kind of happening. No. I wouldn't worry about it. I would imagine it's just part of stuff as her sleep structure and things are changing. She's really young. You say 6 months?
Yes.
Yeah. I would do exactly what you're doing. Put her back on the boob, settle her and pop her back down again, and just try not to worry about it. If she was inconsolable and it was happening like every sleep cycle or something like that, then it would probably be more of something to look into, like you say, about pain or whatever. I would imagine, and it's obviously always really hard to give an exactly what's happening. I wouldn't be massively worried about that. I would say it sounds like she's kind of getting through, sort of coming out of a sleep cycle and getting a bit mixed up as she's doing that.
Well, I did wonder because she teased me last week and she slept through a lot better for about 3 nights in a row, and I was like getting very excited about it all. And then she completely regressed and was waking every 2 hours again. So I don't know whether she's I mean, she's full of cold at the moment, but I wonder whether she is sort of learning to kind of go from one cycle to the next by herself and just sometimes not quite getting it, or I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like that's kind of happening, maybe a bit of sleep structure thing. The other thing is, at 6 months, she's probably getting teeth moving around as well. Has she got any teeth yet?
No, she hasn't. No.
So I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see things like that. They're going to be moving anyway, but have a look, what's going on. If she's gone from like sleeping really settled to suddenly having this, then there might be something like that going on as well. But I would imagine it's something to do with kind of sleep structure, and that's what's happening there as well.
She seems to be learning. I mean, I used to have to sleep her, sort of boob her to sleep, whereas the last sort of few weeks she has been sort of settling herself a lot easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, perhaps yeah. She's just teasing me. She's teasing me.
She's changing a lot, isn't she? A lot's happened in 6 months. There's a lot of change. Has she started weaning as well?
Yes, she has. Yes, yeah. We started weaning probably about 3 weeks ago now. So just before she was 6 months. So I've tried everything. I've tried not feeding her after sort of like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've tried feeding her more again, just to see if it was anything like that. But
is it what in terms of the waking, getting upset? You mean?
Yeah, well, just because she suddenly became quite unsettled again, and she was waking every couple of hours, whether she was expecting feeds or whether it was just to settle her again. But
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some teeth going on there. She's got quite a red cheek there, actually, hasn't she?
She has. Like, she had an absolute meltdown about half an hour, 40 minutes ago, and she never cries, bless her heart. But she was asleep and she just woke up really upset. But a bit of a combination. She's got a cold, so I think she's struggling to breathe properly, and
yeah, and she's tired like this. She doesn't.
She's tired.
When babies are poorly, right? Anything goes. About anything, just do whatever you need to do to settle her. Yeah, put her in a sleep next to a cuddler, boober, whatever. Please, because it's not gonna like undo loads of stuff or whatever you've put in.
No, because I was going to ask whether that is okay to do, because I was co-sleeping with her when she was quite, a good sort of few months ago, but now she's in the next to me cot. But the last 2 nights she's been so poorly, I've just brought her into the bed with me, and that's okay to do. Yeah,
perfect. You sound like you're doing a super job. You really do. It's so hard having a and that's exactly what I would do. And I would probably go back to bed with her this afternoon and snuggle her in if you can as well.
Yeah, and just so I can squeeze in as much as I can. The bedtime, the bedtime in the evenings. I try to sort of stretch it out to 7 o'clock, but quite often or not, she's ready to go at 5:30, 6. Is it okay to put her down earlier, or?
Yeah, it is. The other thing you could do is you could squeeze in a mini nap then, if she will cope with that, and then move to a later bedtime, because what you might get very early rising. If you do that, but equally if she's ready then and it works, that's absolutely fine. But like I said, you might find that you just need to kind of have a bit of a micro nap at that point. kind of get her by, and then move to like an 8 o'clock bedtime if necessary. Sometimes that works better. And I speak of this as my mum. I'm a mum to a baby of a very similar age, and she will do that. She'll go to bed like 6:30, but then she'll want to be up at like 5. I'm like, I don't want to be up at 5.
Oh, right, yeah.
But they're all very, very different. But like I said, you might find that doing like the little sort of a mini nap at that point and then leading to a later one. But what I would say is, while she's poorly, I can see a real red bit going on there, I wouldn't be surprised you're going to see some teeth coming through. Have a maybe have a
yeah this cheek is often quite red, like for good sort of 4 weeks or more that's been flaring up like that.
Okay, is that after she's eaten or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't say so. Just
happened.
A bit random.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see teeth popping through as well. So yeah, I would definitely say when babies are poorly, just anything goes, just go with it really, and then and don't worry. And that's the thing that happens, is we end up thinking, oh, I should have done that. Actually, it's absolutely fine. And you know, she's still really young as well. She again only at the age where I'd be expecting to see some kind of patterns starting to come in as well. And weaning will be up and down at this age as well. Some days she'll do really well, another day she won't want anything and she'll go back to boob all the time. And don't be surprised if that happens when she's feeling a bit poorly as well, and when she's teething.
I mean, she was getting, because I'm sort of going back to work one day a week, so the weaning was quite important for her to be able to take the milk from a beaker and stuff, and she'd been doing brilliantly. But the last couple of days I've just been boobing her majority, you know, just it's comfort as well, isn't it? So
just think, you know, how do we feel when you're doing a super job. It sounds like you're doing really well, Christina, and it's horrible having a poorly baby. It's always the one thing I'm rubbish. Well, I say the one thing, I'm probably rubbish at loads of things, but it's the one thing I struggle most with in parenting is having them poorly. I just can't cope with it at all.
Really? I mean,
pieces. I'd be the worst nurse ever, I'm sure.
No, you want to be ill for them, don't you?
It's really, really horrible. And
this is just a cold.
No, I know. No, it's awful, isn't it? 12 years in and I'm still absolutely rubbish at my kids being poorly. But interestingly, when I think it was I don't know which one was ill now. One of them was ill anyway a few weeks ago, and I put something about it on my Instagram just saying, I hate it so much, I just go to pieces when my kids are ill. And I had so many messages, and so many of them were from health visitors, from pediatric nurses, all saying I'm exactly the same. I go to pieces when my kids are ill, and yet that's what they do for a living. So
they do.
It's really hard. So be kind to yourself as well, and just enjoy those cuddles.
I am. Thank you very much. Sorry. Thanks for hanging on at the end there. I was downstairs, like getting a little bit of Calpol into her as well, and I came up and I was like, I'm missing it. And then I heard my name mentioned. I was like, no, I'm here.
Perfect timing, Christina.
Good. Thank you so much. I'll let you get on. Thank you.
Right, see you, Christina. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, bless her.
Okay, let me just stop that recording. There we